Good afternoon. Today is April 23rd, and I'll continue to be talking about the coronavirus. So the first thing that I'd like to talk about today is that yesterday was California's worst day since the coronavirus outbreak began. So Governor Gov.Newsom of California said that yesterday was its deadliest day with 115 COVID-19 deaths on Wednesday. So which brings the total number of those lost in California to 1,469. According to a tracking by the New York Times, there have been 37,866 confirmed coronavirus cases in California. While the hospitalization and patients in intensive care have decreased slightly from the day before, the number of deaths could still serve as a warning that even as the weather warms and Californians may be tempted to go to beaches or gather outdoors, that the virus was still a very dangerous thing that is happening. So he's still urging for local leaders to stay at home, and that when the state would ease its orders when, according to the 6 broad measures laid out by his office, which was according that basically when there is sufficient and fast enough testing to monitor outbreaks, whether officials can prevent infections in vulnerable communities among older Californians, whether hospitals are equipped to handle surges of patients with enough beds, equipment, ventilators, whether there is progress on developing therapies that could help patients recover more quickly, maybe some research or some medicine, and whether physical environments have been adapted to the new reality, with plenty of space for people to practice social distancing when outside, and lastly, whether state and county officials can quickly reinstate stay-at-home orders or other measures if necessary. So if California can follow these measures, then he is confident that then the governor will be confident to reopen the state and all. So the next thing that I like to talk about today is that there has been another 4.4 million people who have filed for unemployment, making it a total of 26 million people who have joined the ranks of the unemployed over the past 5 weeks as the pandemic continued to ravage the nation's economy. This is extremely bad news for the economy, because now that we think about it, we need to help get over the virus as quickly as possible to help reopen the economy, or else the economy will just fall deeper and deeper into the hole that we will be really unlikely to recover in a long time. But on the other hand, if we don't reopen the economy quickly, then the virus, if we open the economy quickly, then a second wave of infections could come, and then as a result, we could see more deaths and infections coming in, and the U.S. will again have to close down, and they will bring further damage on the economy. So this is just a debate, and it kind of goes on which side you feel like is more important, like the potential risk of more infections, or the damage that the economy is positive, which is going to inflict. According to the Pew Research Center of a survey, 52% of low-income households said that someone in the household has lost a job, compared with 32% of upper-income families, and 42% of families in the middle have been affected as well. So those without college education has taken a disproportionate hit, as well as female as well as Hispanics and African Americans, so also according to the survey. The third thing that I like to talk about is also along with the unemployment system. So what happened here is that all these people are filing for unemployment benefits, but that the states simply can't handle so many unemployment benefits. So Ohio, for example, won't start processing claims under the expanded federal eligibility criteria until May 15th. And recipients could easily be disqualified. It would take weeks to even get filed. And only 10 states have started making payments under the Federal Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program. Another very prime example of this is Florida. Florida is currently about the most weakest unemployment system, and it is completely faltering over the avalanche of jobless claims. So hundreds of thousands of workers have been waiting for weeks for a check. And it has taken as long as that to even just file. And Florida's unemployment website has become unusable, and the state has agreed this month to accept paper applications, a not acknowledgement that the system was completely broken. And Florida's breakdown kind of represents the U.S. economy at this point, which I think is just completely faltering. And the fixes follow what has been an intentional weakening of the unemployment system over a decade, because it was reducing taxes on employers and left Florida particularly ill-equipped to handle the crisis. And so what's happening here is that I think that if you can't get enough money quickly enough, then clearly to pay back for groceries or rent, that's just going to be a really large problem, and it could just fall deeper into the large hole that the economy is completely failing. And so people need money ASAP, but now states can't get them to them, so now this is just extremely worrisome, but there isn't really much we can do about it unless to just fix the unemployment system and pay back people as quickly as we can. So that's it. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a good day.